Your hands get stuck tighter and tighter and tighter together. Go ahead now and try and pull those hands apart. That's it, because you're already in hypnosis. And when I say sleep, your head's going to drop down to your chest, your hands are going to drop down by your side and relax, and you're going to go into a wonderful state of hypnosis. Your legs and back will support you. Your legs and back will support you. Sleep now. So what happens next? Will she go into hypnosis? You're going to have to keep watching and find out. When you're training to be a hypnotist, they often teach you that the pre-talk is the most important part of hypnosis. It sets up, it dispels all the fears, the worries that people might have. So we're going to explore that today in this tutorial. You're going to see a lovely, fun bit of street hypnosis and a tutorial as well. Couldn't ask for more. Keep watching. Hi there, my name is Turan. I'm a hypnotist and clinical hypnotherapist, and the video we're going to watch today is a lovely piece of street hypnosis. And as usual, stay watching after the street hypnosis is finished, because I'll come back and talk about that street hypnosis. As always, I've got chapter markers in the video below, so you can go straight to the street hypnosis if you want to skip all the tutorial stuff, but please do watch that. I think you're going to really enjoy it and get some nice information out of it. In fact, this week's video has 2 chapter marker starter points, because the first 1 minute and 25 seconds to be exact is not video, it's just audio only. When I'm videoing a street hypnosis, my camera person keeps the video off until people give me permission to turn the video on and to record them. I do record all the audio to record the permission before the permission is given, so there's a record of that, and for that reason I've got a separate mic recording audio all the time. So I thought it would be interesting for you to hear the introduction as I walk up to someone for the first time. You'll actually hear, as part of that first 1 minute and 25 seconds, you're going to hear me talking to some guys and asking them would they like to be hypnotized. A very straightforward way of asking people, would you like to be hypnotized, is just to say, would you like to be hypnotized? And then I move on to the pair of girls that you're going to see in this video today. One girl in particular goes into hypnosis beautifully, and you hear me introducing myself and talking about hypnosis. That's my pre-talk, 1 minute 25 seconds, if that, in terms of talking to that girl. So you'll see or hear in this situation, because there's no video footage for the first 1 minute, and then the video starts as we go straight into the street hypnosis straight away. How much pre-talk do you think I'm going to give this girl? You're going to have to watch, you're going to have to listen and see. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and that bell notification button next to the subscribe button, so you get notified when new videos are coming out from myself. And if you have any comments, have any questions about this video, please do leave it in the comment section below. In fact, if you have comments or questions about hypnosis, please leave it in the comment section below. I love answering your questions, so please do leave those. But let's get straight into the street hypnosis. The first time you've seen this girl, it's not the complete set today, it's just the hypnosis and the first skit, so keep subscribing to that channel so you see the other videos as they come out. And when they do come out, I'll come back to this video and drop a little link to future videos from this girl in the description section, so you'll be able to catch up on all the fun with this girl. In the meantime, have fun. Stay tuned afterwards for the tutorial. Hi guys, doing street hypnosis today. Would you like to be hypnotized?
I'm alright. I'm all good.
All good?
You can do it too.
Yeah, anybody? Anybody? No? What about you guys? Lovely costumes, lovely outfits. Would you like to be hypnotised?
What?
Would you like to do some hypnosis? Shut up, really? Yes.
For real?
Would you like to go?
No, hypnosis to do what?
You should just experience hypnosis and feel how wonderful it feels to be hypnotised.
That feels like you're giving me drugs, but wait, are you going to make me do something weird?
I'm not going to make you do anything weird.
What are you going to make me do?
I don't know. I might make you stick your feet to the floor or do some fun stuff, but nothing weird.
This is I'm scared. I'm so scared. Wait, you do.
And what are you scared of?
In case you make me like do something weird. I don't know.
What would be too weird that you wouldn't want me to do?
I don't know. Like
Rebecca from school, right?
I don't know. But what? Give me examples.
So there's nothing.
Really?
There's nothing.
You do it.
If there's nothing you can think of that's so weird that you wouldn't want to do.
You're skeptical, so
Last
you do
year you
it.
left.
Yeah, you do it. She'll do it.
Hi, I'm here with
Tell you what. Okay. Tell you what we're going to do. Do you mind if I video
Yeah, go for
your
it.
stuff? Still checking all your stuff. Right. Well, probably will ask you to just sit down your pot for a wee minute.
Okay.
So this is.
Bags as a blow away.
That's it. So this is not hypnosis, okay? But to be hypnotized, all you have to do is follow my instructions, be open to following my instructions.
Okay.
So this is the test how good you are at following instructions.
Okay.
So first of all, put your hands out like this here. Okay? Hands straight. Okay, you comfortable to do that? Yep.
Yep.
Do this. Now, you have your right hand up, and I got my left hand up, so you can't follow instructions.
Oh my God.
You say you have to follow my instructions.
Okay.
Or what will happen? Okay. So do this. Do this. Thumbs down. Move your hands over. Interlock your fingers. And I want you to wriggle your left thumb. Make sure you wriggle your left thumb. And make sure your left thumb's on the bottom. Perfect. Left thumb's on the bottom. Now I want you to put your fingers out. Tap your fingers together. Do this.
Hold on. What?
You see, if you can't follow instructions, it's not going to work anyway.
What the heck? That's so weird. How did you do that?
Right, let's try this. Put your feet together.
Okay.
Put your hands out like this here. About this much apart, about a foot apart, okay? Fingers tight together.
Yeah.
And stare at a point between those two hands.
Okay.
Now, close your eyes down. Close your eyes down and just imagine that point still there, but just imagine at the same time that there's very powerful magnets in the palms of your hands. Very powerful magnets in the palms of your hands. Notice what happens as I click my fingers, those magnets get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And in a moment those hands are going to touch and they're going to stick together. They're going to stick together. They're going to lock together. They're going to be so stuck, so locked. In a moment, but not yet, I'm going to ask you. In a moment I'm going to ask you to try and pull those hands apart, but those hands are going to feel so stuck, so locked together, you will not be able to move your hands apart. You're going to be able to be so stuck, you're going to try and move your hands apart, and you're going to be, and you can open your hands, but you can keep your eyes closed as your hands get stuck tighter and tighter and tighter together. Go ahead now and try and pull those hands apart. That's it, because you're already in hypnosis. And when I say sleep, your head's going to drop down to your chest, your hands are going to drop down by your sides and relax, and you're going to go into a wonderful state of hypnosis. Your legs and back will support you. Your legs and back will support you. Sleep now. Deeper, deeper, deeper relax. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel, the more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go, drifting and sinking down. When I drop that hand down by your side, go 10 times deeper, 10 times more relaxed, way down. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel, the more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go, drifting and sinking down. Letting the wind blow around you, letting the sounds of people talking in the background help you absorb you into this wonderful feeling of relaxation and hypnosis now, as your legs and back can support you all the way down, deeper and deeper and deeper relax. And in a moment I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. With every count I count, go even deeper still. Going 10, deep now, 9, even deeper still, 8, 10 times deeper, 7. By the time I get to the number 1, your unconscious will just follow wonderfully. Not doing anything silly, not doing anything weird, but enjoying the experience of doing whatever I ask you to do. So 3, even deeper still, 2, so deep, so relaxed, and 1, way down, way deeper, way down. In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and the count of 3 you can open your eyes and be back with us, but every time I say the word sleep or deeper sleep, you'll open your eyes, you'll be back in the room, your eyes will close down, you go back into this wonderful state of hypnosis and go 10 times deeper. Nod your head that you understand. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Wasn't that cool? Look at my hand, and sleep, way down, deeper, deeper, sleep, way down, sleep, way down, even deeper, even more relaxed. In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and the count of 3 you can open your eyes and be back with us. But on the count of 3 you're going to feel so comfortable, so relaxed in this position. It's like your feet are part of the floor. It's like your feet are rooted to the floor. It's like you're a tree. It's like you're glued, stuck, you're locked and stuck. It's like your legs just cannot move. The more you try and move those feet, the more those feet will just lock and stick. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Isn't that cool?
That is really good.
Isn't it? Go ahead and try and move your feet.
I literally can.
Really try.
Really
try.
Oh my God.
What's that like?
It's really good.
And you're not being silly.
I'm not being
And you're not being weird.
Oh my
You just can't move your feet. Isn't that cool?
That is so good.
Isn't that cool? It is. And sleep.
Oh.
Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper relax. Wasn't she a star? Wasn't she wonderful? I hope you enjoyed that video. So let's break down some of the elements of what you saw today with this young girl. So first of all, I want to talk about the pre-talk. As I said, you hear me walking up to some guys and saying, hey, would you like to be hypnotized? And they said, no thanks. Don't labour it. If somebody doesn't want to be hypnotized, move on. There's usually plenty of people in an event like this. Anyway, this is QCon, Queen's University's anime event. held every year. It's a lovely event and lots of great people with imagination. People often ask me, you know, why do you have so many girls on your videos rather than boys? I do have guys. You'll see them if you look around the videos on my channel, but predominantly, as you heard in this video, the guys went no. And yet when I approached the girls, I said, you look like you have lovely costumes. That's a nice little tip. Always give someone a nice compliment. Don't lie. But if they have nice costumes, please do give them that feedback. And when you are friendly like that, and then I said, would you like to be hypnotized? Now, right away, you heard she had some objections. Oh, you're going to give me germs or something. It's the first time anybody has ever said that, but a nice phrase all the same. You'll hear lots of different phrases as you walk up to people and say, would you like to be hypnotized? But as you saw, with very little pre-talk at all, there was no disarming of worries or fears or phobias. I said, just going to stick your feet to the floor or something. Would you like to experience that? And they said yes. End of pre-talk. You don't need to do any more pre-talk than you need to. If you see someone is worried, if you see somebody's concerned about hypnosis, then you give a bit more pre-talk. You give a bit more instruction on, you're not going to cluck like a chicken, you're not going to do anything silly you don't want to do. As you heard me say to this girl, you're just going to experience what it feels like to have that sense of, empowerment from being hypnotized. So do just what you need to do with pre-talk and no more. A lot of trainings, a lot of schools of hypnotherapy will say you have to do this protracted 10 minutes of 20 minutes of discussions and really put the person at ease and make sure they have no fears or worries about hypnosis, because if you do have a fear or worry of hypnosis, then it would prevent you from fully experiencing the hypnosis. But as you saw here, these girls probably didn't know I was at the event. You can hear by the response, we'd like to be hypnotized. They didn't say, oh, I saw your poster or I saw your advert on Facebook. They didn't know by the signs of it that I was there. So this was their first encounter, first experience, first thought of hypnosis on that day, and they were willing to do it. So calibrate the response when you approach someone. If they're willing to do it, that's all the pre-talk you need. So I start off with what I love doing is a little mentalism trick. It's nothing to do with hypnosis. It's just getting them that piece where I get them to move their hands and I trick them into doing something that I wasn't doing, vice versa. Can you guess what it is? Leave a comment in the comment section below if you know how to do that trick. But it's a nice little icebreaker. It's a nice little warm-up to the next step, which was for magnetic hands. Again, it starts with the same way. I say put your hands out like this here, but this time I'm doing the magnetic hands induction. Again, as you saw, this is where I tell them that their hands are going to be like magnets and they're going to pull together. Now, you notice that I start off with the two girls because both girls volunteered, but the girl in red's hands came together very quickly, whereas the other girl, the girl in purple, her hands weren't coming together as quick. So I tap her in the face and tap her in the hands and say, look, just you watch for now. Spoiler alert, she does go into hypnosis well, because after I finish with that girl, she comes up and says, can you do that to me now? And we worked some hypnosis with her as well. So keep watching the channel. As I said before, subscribe and you'll see her coming up on the feed in a few weeks' time. So I'm concentrating with the girl in red. She is really bubbly. She's really excited. Just the thought as soon as I say, in a minute I'm going to say the word sleep. Oh, you're going to put me to sleep? She's very narrative about what's happening with herself. Never worry about that. Some people will be very quiet, some people will be very flamboyant. It doesn't matter. Either way, they'll accept the hypnosis if they want the hypnosis. And all the signs from the pre-talk, all the signs from her hands coming together nice and quickly suggest to me that she's accepting what I'm telling her is going to happen. That's hypnosis. So I drop her into hypnosis, I say sleep, and as her head drops down to her shoulders, her hand comes up like this here. Again, some people might say, oh, she's not going into hypnosis well, she's not flopping like a rag doll should. But again, there's nothing wrong with what she's doing. That was fine. As you see, as we move on, she really takes well to the hypnotic suggestions, and there was no problems with her induction. So don't worry if their hands come up. Don't worry if they scratch their nose or scratch their eye or something like that there. They can do that. It doesn't, people think that when you're being hypnotized that you just turn into some motionless zombie, and that's not the case. It's just a focused state of attention that she's in, and she can still move her hand up, she can scratch her nose, do whatever she wants. That's fine. Again, another thing to point out is look how windy it is. The wind is blowing all the way through her hair, and you know, again, that might be a sign of concern for some people. Oh, you need to do it in a quiet place, you need to do it in a non-windy place. None of this, doesn't matter. People are moving around in the background, as you can see in the video. The wind is blowing through her hair, and that's fine. Just utilize that, say, as the wind blows through your hair, just go even deeper and utilize the wind as a way of strengthening the induction. Now, as you see in this video, I moved into a deepener counting from 10 down to 1, but looking back at the video, I probably could have skipped out on the deepener. Again, people say you have to induce, you have to have the pre-talk, you have to induce, and you have to have the deepener, but it depends on the person. When you look back at this video, and this is why I say always record the work that you do, because even now I'm looking back at this and going, why did I do a deepener? You can see clearly the eye flutter in her eyes, and that's a very good sign of trance. Now, if someone doesn't have eye flutter, it doesn't mean they're in a deep trance, but when you do see it, it's a fairly, you know, positive green flag that they are deep in trance and probably don't even need the deepener. Well, belt and braces doesn't hurt, so I did the deepener anyway. Did you notice that when I started to fractionate her, I said open your eyes and then sleep, she actually opened her eyes again? Did I worry? No, I just said close your eyes down, go back to sleep, and she did it. If people don't do what you ask them to do, maybe they just weren't clear on what you were saying. It's noisy, it's windy, give them a break, just repeat it. Be confident that this stuff's going to work and repeat it. I think that's the best advice I can give in any situation. So now it's time to test how well she's in hypnosis. So I give her the suggestion that her feet are stuck to the floor. 1, 2, 3, wide awake. And what happens? She can't move her feet. Bang, bingo. Success, as expected. So I won't labour on the foot stuck because it's quite a standard routine for me, and you see that a lot of times. I've talked about it before, but bottom line is it worked in this situation. What's nice is when I drop her back into hypnosis, again her hand rests on her arm. You know, just like her hand had sort of rested high on her body earlier on, this can happen. It doesn't mean that she's popped out of the hypnosis, it doesn't mean anything. Her eyes are closed, she's still in a great state of trance, but her arm's just resting there, and it can be for a level of comfort, it can be for just steadying herself because the wind's blowing, I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. The key thing is these things can happen, so it was lovely to see it as a nice example in this video. So I hope you took those things on board. I hope you realise now that you don't just go with the standard. Nothing should be scripted in this world, and definitely a pre-talk should just not be a standard thing that you rattle off every time to every single person. Judge the individuals and gauge on the responsiveness to how they're excited about going into hypnosis. If you say, would you like to be hypnotized? And they go, yeah, that's it, pre-talk over. So I hope you liked that video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget, click the subscribe button and that bell notification next to the subscribe button. And if you have any comments, you know what to do, drop it in the comment section below. There'll be more videos, as I say, coming up from this girl, so check in the description section for those over time. And if you want to keep up with what else was happening at that event, then check out this playlist. It's coming up now. See you next week.